Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Dalvin Cook, the Viking ball.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route.
The pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
18 on the play.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
He was brought down.
3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. That'll be complete to Cook.
The pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
By the Vikings.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after the last words? Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Blankenship set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky. Kill. Check 50.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
That's a 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Now it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, Vikings 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Tate on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. teams down the stretch playing really well, sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership in the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Mike Hughes brought him down. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in